Week 2 of the National Football League. And we'll see Tony Pollard. There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100 yards and a pair of scores. It's the Cowboys and the Giants. And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 19 carries, 136 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in Week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
They go back to Pollard on second down. Over to Jerry. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. The Cowboys had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose Week 1 at home, and now here on the road Week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
Now an option play on second down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Second down.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They toss it down to Pollard. And it pushes right forward to about the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Tough spot here. Third down and 11. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on fourth down. But back deep for the Giants is Dory Jackson. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
And no excitement, unless you're on the defensive team of last week, in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they'd have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Throwing Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On play action, Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Play action now, Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
He'll find Hodgins there complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 65 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that one complete to Hodgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well.
So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Open man, right side is Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. To throw is Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. Prescott now. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd down, Pollard again. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, He knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Hyatt goes in motion left. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. It's Barkley on the counter, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He connects with Hyatt. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. The right end. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Aubrey now for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good return for the guy. You know where I'm
fantasy
going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy line, but why don't you just play?
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching you do it.
You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
Barkley hit the ball. Catch free.
Wow. That ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them. Comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Back to throw. Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Isaiah Hodgins, 30 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboys and Dak Prescott getting set to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
first down. Prescott. Pollard here once again. Back-to-back catches. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing. Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start with an NFC matchup down in the Superdome. Washington taking on New Orleans. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Quarterback Sam Howell with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And that one all even as they play the visiting Cleveland Browns. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jackson Smith-Njigba, a touchdown reception. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. But he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards and a giant first down. On the draw, this is Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Jones on 3rd and 2. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their... of the 2nd half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Prescott's throw taken in there by Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. A start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd and 2, Jones able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. From just shy of midfield, Jones. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Pass the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 30 yards. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 60. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. Oh, what a juke into space. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Pollard running left. Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown! Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Aubrey now for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back. Just got to
There he goes, left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Now Jones. Throw caught by Howard on the slant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Barkley off tackle left. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Jones now to throw on 2nd down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Back to throw. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he returns this to the 22. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2nd and 6 coming up. Now Prescott. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Here's Dak. into the hands of Cooks. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to save every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off.
Taking it right down Broadway. Now inside the 25. CeeDee Lamb. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with first and goal from very short range.
Pollard is in. Touchdown. Down. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now. This is 1st and 10.
Half 18.
Now Jones gets this to Waller, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. To throw is Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll look downfield for Waller. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play. Getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.